Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well and taking care, and welcome to this brand new Doctor Who video on the channel. So today it's just a small news slash speculation video. So basically what's going on is today we got our first interview with Jodie Whittaker since she announced she was leaving Doctor Who. Now this interview, if you want to check out, I will leave a link to it in the description below so you can check it out after this video. It was a radio interview on the channel BBC Radio 6. It's about 2 hours into the programme, so go to the 2 hours mark if you want to check it out. But in terms of Doctor Who stuff, Jodie didn't really say that much in terms of Doctor Who. She just said that when she leaves Doctor Who, she's going to deeply miss the job. She says that it's going to be her favourite job forever. She says that she loves Whovian community. She knows, she understands how important Doctor Who is to people, and she feels really grateful to be part of Doctor Who universe, which I'm really glad to hear her say, that she's been positive about her time on Doctor Who, because obviously Jodie has suffered, in my opinion, a lot of hateful abuse from some people in the fandom. Just the fact that she's a woman, she's kind of faced that from the start, which I think is really unfair. And yeah, I'm still glad that Jodie has really enjoyed her time on Doctor Who, and I'm looking forward to seeing where she goes after Doctor Who. Hopefully we'll see her in films like Attack of the Block 2, which will be coming out within the next few years, and we'll hopefully see more content from Jodie Whittaker, because I think she's been a great ambassador for Doctor Who, and I really am going to miss her when she departs next year. But one thing that Jodie did say in this interview was that obviously next year we're getting the Centenary special, which will be Jodie's final episode, which will come out, according to BBC News, it will come out next November to celebrate the 100th birthday of the BBC. And Jodie, in this brand new interview today, said that she still is filming for the Centenary special. Now that itself doesn't feel like that much breaking news. It's not a surprise to hear that Jodie is still filming. Over the last week, according to Doctor Who Production News, Doctor Who has been filming with unit soldiers, which obviously I talked about last week in my previous videos, so go and check that out. But yeah, what people have noticed though, and this is an interesting thing, is to do with John Bishop and Mandip Gill, because John Bishop has just started his brand new UK tour, and he's going to be travelling all over the UK within the next few weeks. And I think that's pretty much confirmation that John Bishop is no longer filming Doctor Who. Now, if this means that John isn't in the Centenary special at all, we don't know. It's still possible that maybe he is in just some of the Centenary special and he's just filmed his scenes early on so he can now finish up filming. But I definitely think it's safe to say that whatever is happening, if John's in the Centenary special or not, it does look extremely likely, unless they're really putting a lot of effort to get John back around his hectic schedule. It does look like John has now finally finished his time in Doctor Who. And people have also noticed that Mandip Gill apparently put on her Instagram story over the last few days that she's currently in the Midlands for a wedding. Now this isn't as concrete as John, because you could easily go to a wedding for a day and then return to Cardiff, but there has obviously been some speculation online that maybe what's going to happen with this Centenary special is that it's going to be a solo special with only Jodie Whittaker appearing in the episode, with a Doctor solo special. I must stress though, this is all just speculation, but when you think about it, I don't think it seems that, you know, impossible, because you got to think about it. If Jodie, John and Mandip are all going to be in the Centenary special next year, that special is going to have to do a lot in probably like 1 hour and 50 minutes. I'm guessing the runtime is going to be around 75 minutes. That's just a guess following on from previous feature-length episode. But that episode is going to have Jodie Whittaker's departure as the Doctor, it's going to have John's departure as Dan, and then Yaz's departure as Mandip Gill, because the BBC have said just over the last few days that there is going to be a radical change in the next era of Doctor Who, which pretty much confirms there's not going to be any main character carrying over to the next era. I think it's extremely likely that John Bishop and Mandip Gill are both going to leave with Jodie Whittaker next year, and if that is the case, then yeah, I can understand why Chris Chibnall and the writers would want companion departures to be earlier than the Centenary special, so the Centenary special can just focus on saying goodbye to the Doctor herself. I think if this does happen, I don't think we're looking at like a heaven sent kind of scenario. I don't think Jodie Whittaker will get an episode by herself, although I would love to see that. I think what is more likely is 13 will get a guest companion for her final adventure. I would really like to see maybe like Bradley Walsh come back is Graham. I think it's unlikely with Toyson Cole because if I'm correct, he's currently in America with like big afro hair filming an American TV show. So I don't think Toyson Cole will come back, but I would like to see Bradley Walsh come back as Graham, see him one more time before Jodie's departure. So that's a potential route that could come down with Bradley Walsh returning for Jodie's final story. Or maybe with the whole unit thing, maybe like 13's guest companion will just be someone like Kate Stewart or Osgood. That could work, although I would prefer maybe like Graham or a completely new guest companion, or maybe even like someone from the Doctor's past, like Martha Jones or River Song, someone like that, someone big for Jodie's final story. But I definitely think this is possible. Again, it's nothing concrete. Just because Mandip Gill is at a wedding doesn't confirm anything. You know, Mandip Gill could easily just return to Cardiff within the next few days. Jodie Whittaker could just be filming a few days without Mandip on set. And I also think as well, when you think about it, it would make more sense for John to probably leave in the spring special next year, and then, which I definitely think will happen, and then have Mandip Gill stay on with Jodie for her final episode. And since Jodie and Mandip started together, it would be fine. It would make sense for them to finish together as well, which would make a lot of sense. What I would maybe like to see happen, if it is true that Mandip Gill has finished filming of Doctor Who, what an idea I would like to see happen is maybe in this spring special next year, which is looking likely to be the Pirates episode, which we know from filming photos that John, Jodie and Mandip are definitely all going to be in that episode together, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any companion departures in series 13. But what I would like to happen, this is a bit, you know, sadder departure, but what I would like to happen is maybe have Dan, John Bishop's character, be killed off, because I feel we need a big companion death. I was kind of hoping it would happen with Graham and Ryan in Revolution of the Daleks. It feels that Doctor Who really needs a serious death to happen, and obviously it didn't happen in Revolution of the Daleks, so it makes sense to do it now with Dan instead. And if that does happen, which I think is a possibility, then maybe the impacts of that is Yaz can't stay on with the Doctor for the centenary special because of the death that she's just witnessed with her friend Dan. So I think that's a possible dark route they could go down. I feel when Chris Chibnall started Doctor Who with killing Grace off in his first episode, it did feel like Chris Chibnall was making a statement that his Doctor Who is going to be a lot more serious than Stephen Moffat's, but so far Grace has been the only companion death. So I definitely think before Chris Chibnall goes, we're going to get a really sad companion departure. There's not going to be any twists like there was in the Stephen Moffat era. It's going to be a proper companion death, and I think if it's going to happen to anyone, it's probably going to happen to Dan. If it does happen in the spring special next year in the Pirates episode, I definitely think Yaz at that point might decide to leave alongside Dan, and that is how we then get the final episode with 13 by herself. Again, that's all just speculation, but I think that's a theory that may happen. Only other thing to mention as well, this is quite interesting, I'm going to mention this before we finish up, but there has been a report on Gallifrey Bay, so take this with a pinch of salt, but apparently Jodie has been seen filming the centenary special in her original costumes. This was the costume that she wore in her original reveal trailer back from 2017, the whole grey kind of uniform. And basically, if that's true, if those reports are true, then that's quite interesting. I'm not really sure what it means. There's some speculation it might mean like a alternative 13, like an evil 13 meeting our universe 13, which has been spoken about for a while now, the whole idea of a multiverse. So that might happen. I just wanted to mention that because I didn't want to do a full video on it because there's not any photo evidence or anything like that, but that's potentially a plot detail. We've also had rumours that David Tennant, according to Radio Times, he might be returning for this special, although they only mention he was in discussion, so we don't know if that happened or not, but that's another potential. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. The centenary special has obviously got a lot of hype at the moment. It might be a multi-Doctor special, it might just be a celebration of Doctor Who or the BBC for its 100th birthday. We don't know, but either way, it's very exciting, and we know for sure that Jodie Whittaker is still filming, and it potentially might be a solo Doctor special, what might be quite interesting to Jodie Whittaker's departure. But yeah guys, thanks for watching this kind of longer than I thought Doctor Who news speculation video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stay up to date with Doctor Who news, then please do subscribe to the channel. I'm still close to 2k subscribers, and I would love to reach there before Series 13 started. That's quite a big high target I'm aiming for, but I think with your support it's definitely possible. But yeah guys, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.